You know what? I gotta bring out the big guns with these jokes, and they're just not coming out. But you know what does have big guns? You like the
What?
segue? We got Armor Wars being reworked into a movie, baby.
Yeah.
So again, for all those of you, all those of you, that's a sentence. For those of you who don't know what this means, Armor Wars is the TV series that was going to be on Disney Plus for Don Cheadle's character. Oh, I'm trying to remember his name. Hold on, Rhodey,
There you go.
who is the second Iron Man character with the guns and the whatever. They
War Machine.
originally.
Come on,
yes.
War
Oh
Machine.
my God, I was literally trying to think of the name so hard.
Or Iron Patriot. Take your
Oh
pick.
my God, what a relief to hear somebody say it out loud so I can know it. It's been a long time since I've seen his
Get with
character
it,
on
Kevin.
screen. Oh my God, I already forgot his name again. War Machine. Yes, good. All right, I'm gonna read this report real quick.
Okay, do it. Get through it.
So, the Hollywood Reporter says Marvel Studios has shaken up its Armor Wars project. My words are so fun today. And now, what was to have been a series for Disney Plus will be redeveloped as a feature film. The move essentially pushes back the title further down the development slate. Sources say the studio was committed in getting the story told the right way, and in that process realized that a feature was better suited for the project. Like all Marvel movies, it is intended for a theatrical release. Don Cheadle, who's reprising his longtime Marvel Cinematic Universe role as Colonel James Rhodes, aka War Machine. Literally all the information about these characters was written right here.
It was already there.
I could have just read it all. Remains on board to star. Yasser Lester, who is acting as head writer on the series, will remain as its feature scribe. Raul, what are the odds that we're going to see a Tony Stark AI in this movie?
Possible. It's possible.
Possible? Like, how possible?
Didn't we hear something about maybe Robert Downey Jr. coming back to voice Tony Stark in something?
Oh, and suddenly all the pieces we've been connecting in our past episodes are coming together here.
Maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, this is interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the deal. So this was supposed to be a TV show, and I thought it was really interesting when at Comic-Con they didn't really talk about Armor Wars, right? They announced their whole new Phase 5 slate and some of Phase 6, but Armor Wars was curiously omitted from any of those projects being on there. And I remember us talking on our Comic-Con episode, and I was like, what's going on with Armor Wars? Why not? It's possible that maybe at that time they weren't ready to announce anything yet because this was still on the table of possibly maybe reworking it into a movie.
Question.
Yes.
I can't remember if this was announced. This was announced recently, right? Like, this was like just yesterday or today or something like that, right?
Yes, yesterday. This is this was on the 29th, I believe.
Well,
September 29th.
How convenient that 2 days ago they announced that Blade was not going to be, they fired the director. I wonder. They're like, okay, good news. Here's some good news to
Don't
make
pay
us distract.
attention. Don't pay attention to this Blade stuff. Here,
Right.
look, shiny. Here's a shiny little
Here's
thing.
a Rudy. Look, he got a movie. What are the odds, do you think, Raul, that I think Armor Wars was supposed to come out beginning of next year, right?
I can't. I don't have the slate.
What if, Raul? What if now that Mahershala Ali's movie isn't going to happen in November of 2023, this is the movie that's coming out in 2023?
Maybe. But it seems like they still have some reworking. So we'll see
That's
how
true.
long it'll take for them to get into production, because now that they've committed to, okay, we're going to take this TV show and we're actually going to rework it into a movie, how much longer is it going to take them to hammer out that script? What's great that I like is that Yasser Lester, I believe I'm saying that, I'm not sure, who was who's supposed to be the writer for the show, is staying on as the writer for the movie. I think that's great. That way we have some consistency there, right? So it doesn't look like we're going to have another writer come in and completely rework the story. We're having the same writer come in and kind of condense it into one movie. And I will say this, Kevin, what I really like about this news is the fact that, I mean, how many of these shows that we've seen come out on Disney Plus where we go, you know what, that was good. I really liked it. I think it would have been better as a movie, though, right? I think
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that would have been better. For me, I'm thinking of Hawkeye. I think as much as I enjoyed Hawkeye, I know a lot of people didn't really like Hawkeye, but as much as I enjoyed it pretty good. I think that could have been told in a feature film. You know what I mean? I think you could have condensed that a little bit more. And
I'll say this
okay,
just to play the devil's advocate to you here. I've noticed that almost every single series on Disney Plus for Marvel, the ending is always very anticlimactic to me. And
yeah,
it feels like it's because they're planning on doing another season of the show or something, and they
right.
want to just keep us
Continuing it on
hanging.
somehow. Yeah,
And so, like, I feel like there isn't a button. That's why I think WandaVision was amazing, because by the end, she's finally the Scarlet Witch, and now she's got her powers, and then she defeated the foe that was trying to steal her powers. Like, it had a beginning, middle, and end, and a mystery to it. Whereas then you see something like, Hawkeye, and I like Hawkeye. I really like the show. But Hawkeye kind of ended in a note where it was like, okay, well, we didn't really
right,
have a definitive bad guy, and like, yeah, this
right,
big guy was here, but like, he didn't really play a huge role officially throughout the whole thing. Like, it was just, he was in the corner of our eye all the time.
sure.
So like, I wonder if, whenever they do this for Disney Plus, they're like, it's fine that we did that. But then somebody wrote the script for Armor Wars, and they were like, oh shit, like this is like really good. Like, this is like Toy Story 2 level good. We should
Yeah.
put this in theaters because people are going to want to see this one. Like, if people don't want to sign up for Disney Plus to pay for this show, they'll at least want to go watch it in theaters, because
Right.
this is going to be an important one for movie general audiences to go watch. That's going to be important to the entire series or the entire franchise. Which also kind of dampers my mood about this, Raul, because
Really?
that makes me think that, like, a lot of the Disney Plus series, they don't get that respect of like having a good, strong ending that will
Right.
make you go, like, that'll make you sit there after the credits going, oh my God, that was awesome. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe this is a sign that they're starting to think about these shows a little harder now. There have been certain criticisms that have come out about these shows about, them being too long or this and that. Maybe they've taken some of that feedback, because they say the sources say that they're committing to getting the story told the right way, and in that process realized that a feature was better suited for the project. They're thinking about this stuff. They're actually putting some thought into this now, and maybe they're starting to go back and look at these shows and be like, you know what? Let's actually take a deeper dive into these shows and see if we can tell it in a better way. To me, it signals that they're being a little more thoughtful about the projects that they're working on. And, I take that as a good thing, because they're actually looking at it and they're going, you know what, we can do this better. And this will be better as a film rather than a TV show. So I don't know. It's encouraging for me to hear that.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
me.
But it kind of bums me out even more, man, just because if that is their thought process, then I'm a little bummed out, because like, I want them to be thinking that throughout from the beginning of the Disney Plus stuff. I want them to be thinking of how do we make the strongest stories from the beginning. And I know that they're always like, oh, we want to save the big villains for the movies, so we're not going to really worry about the shows too much with that stuff. Like, we're not going to introduce the Red Skull in a TV show. We're going to do that in a movie, like in Captain America. We're not going to introduce you to the Red Hulk in She-Hulk, probably. So we're going to put him in Captain America New World Order. We're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these bigger than life characters, and we don't get to really, like, we're not allowed to experience them in the TV shows. Now, also, the other one last thing I'll bring up is Armor Wars. We've talked about Armor Wars for like 2 to 3 episodes now, dude. Like, I still don't know what the hell this show's gonna be about, other than like, it goes right out of Secret Invasion. Like, that's it. Like, it comes out of that.
Well, they did say in at D23, they did give a little bit of the synopsis, or the idea of what it's going to be about. Is that basically the nucleus of what the story is that what if Tony Stark's tech got into the wrong hands, and it's going to be about that. So
okay.
I think that's interesting. I do think that's interesting.
So maybe and that's why it's called Armor Wars, because there's multiple Iron Men having fights with each other. Kevin,
hopefully, you know what I would love? I would love to see Sam Rockwell make a return as Justin Hammer, because I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to get him back involved in this, because this was they kind of touched on this a little bit in Iron Man 2. Now, say what you will about Iron Man 2, but that has that story of like Tony and Justin kind of, fighting for this tech and who's going to be the first one to get this tech out there. Yeah.
If I'm correct, Sam Rockwell, that's the guy from Iron Man 2 who's like showing off all the guns and he's trying to sell and he works with the main bad guy.
Sam Rockwell, phenomenal actor.
He's dead.
What do you mean he's dead?
He dies in the Mandarin short film for Marvel in the shorts.
No, he doesn't die. He's still in prison.
No, he gets shot in the head.
No, he's not. What are you talking about? No, he's still in prison. Go watch that thing
Wait, hold
again.
on a second. Am I actually imagining this? I swear to God, he got shot in the head in the short.
No, he's still alive. He's in prison. He can come back.
All right, for all you listeners out there, if Raul's right, then in the
Of
next
course I'm
episode,
right.
in the next episode, I will tell you all that I wore a tutu to bed last night. There you go. That's my.
You'll tell everybody, but will you have actually done it?
I will tell everyone that I wore a tutu last night.
All right.
Hello, everybody. This is Kevin from the future here to tell you I'm gonna have to wear a tutu later. Okay, enjoy the rest of your show.
Go rewatch that. Yeah, he's still alive, man. He's still alive. He can come back.
Who dies in that one then?
Some other guy.
Somebody gets shot in the head.
I don't know who.
All right, we'll worry about it.
Somebody does get
Left
shot in the
future.
head, but it's Trevor Slattery's still alive, and Justin Hammer's still alive. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to see Riri Williams show up in Armor Wars and be like learning from the best of the best kind of thing, like going alongside Rhodey and working with them.
I think it's safe to say she'll probably be involved in this.
Yeah,